Turn to page 7 of the Kurukulla prayer book, please. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then I prostrate. With pure bodies, formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits, may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure white heat, curd like cloud, O of Tsongkhapa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Feel for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Tsongkhapa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Mid-med se wei te chen chen rei zig, dri me kem pei wang po jang bel yang, du pung ma lu zhom se san wei dak, gang chen ke pe su gen song kapa, lo san tra pe zabla so wadeb. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remains steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time. The Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this. Subsequently, looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence, five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no eye element and so forth up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra, the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra, the perfection of wisdom, is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate paragate parasongate bodhi soha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose in that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gadavas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the hosts of the three places Dakinis, Tayata om gate gate paragate parasongate bodhi soha. Through the power of truth of the exalted three Jews' speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the four Maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante, kore, soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive in perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here right now. Saji Perki Joshimeta Tramri Rablingji Nidegempadi Sangejingdu Meteo Jesum Lama Dampa Genam Ki Kukala Kensetrindrine Jitar Sampe Dojezinma Laza Yejuki Jarpawa Tulso Idam Guru Radha Mandala Kam Niryatayami Shongdala Jaju Pardu Dakdu Kapsuchi Dagi Chonyenke Pesonamki Drola Penche Sange Drupa Sho Chongda Songi Chomnala Jagju Pardu Dakdu Kapsuchi Dagi Chonyenge Pesonamki Drola Penche Sange Drupa Sho Chongda Songi Chomnala Jagju Pardu Dakdu Kapsuchi Dagi Chonyenge Pesonamki Drola Penche Sange Drupa Sho
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Maybe you already forgot. It's more than 1 month, right? But Tibetan New Year is still not yet. Also Chinese New Year when? February. So, they were last week, right? Anyway, very good to see you again, everyone. I miss you guys. Then Kimber, I have a very good time in India and Sri Lanka. Have you guys been to Sri Lanka? You been? No? No one been? Oh, you been to Sri Lanka? Ah. When?
85.
Ah.
Went vacation in the Maldives, and they said Sri Lanka is so much fun. So we went there.
Anyway, it's a wonderful time. At Buddha Gaya, maybe about more than 200,000 people. It's just everywhere people. All the very quiet. But we have a very good time. Then received a very special teaching, special place, special time. Then meet also a lot of friends. Also get 2-3 times call. But not much time to be sick. Anyway, very good time. Then things very well. Then we went to Sri Lanka. It's a Buddhism country. We start with sea level to how many feet? 7,200 feet. Start sea level to go up, then come down. It's very great place. There are a lot of histories, also a lot of tourist people, a lot of Westerns, a lot of Asian, everywhere tourist people. The weather is very good, 80s, 90s. Food's not that good. The people are nice. Also, there are a lot of holy objects there. Special also we call Adam's Peak. Have you guys heard that? You guys go to Adam's Peak? Adam's Peak. It's very second highest mountain, I think, Sri Lanka. It's also, I think this is a Buddhism, non-Buddhism, all believe this is also holy place. The Buddhism also believe that there's a couple different stories. People start to come, climb 2 a.m. in the morning. You reach it on the top of the mountain about 5:30, like that. Yeah, sunrise. Then also at most Western, a lot of Westerns are there, going to see the sunrise. If you're at the top, sun's just cold, just look like that. But when we went that day, weather's not very great. We don't see really stars. Or the top of the very cold. Then you go up, the steps very also very steep. It's a little dangerous to walk. Come down, it's kill you. It's not easy. But it's very nice. And the top there also there. The small Buddhism, the temple there also Buddha's feet print. The Buddhism believe this is Buddha's feet print. Then some non-Buddhism also they believe this is a first human being's feet print. Is correct? Then the Buddhism also they are it's very top. I don't know how they put things there. They have some monasteries. Very hard to go there. Also there's after Buddha passed away 28 years, the Bajarpani, he keep Tantra teachings first time. And then also that story, another Buddha, Sanjay Namanand, Berochana's life story, they also talk about that. Buddha, Bajarpani give the teaching at that. Anyway, that time also only 5 disciples, 4 non-human being, 1 human being. After Buddha passed away, 28 years, they say that. Then also there's some seasons, there are a lot of people go there. Also the local people go up there, they stay a couple of days, they smoke, just houses, just stay there. They will come down, it's very hot. But it's a very special place. At the top of the very cold. Like that in Buddhism, non-Buddhism, everyone goes there. They all believe this is a very holy place. Then I think this is the most interesting place. Then everywhere, all the Buddha tree, the real Buddha tree, there's a kind of lunyi tong has no? Lunyi shiro matsu nge. Shiro matsu nge.
Before the Christ?
Yeah. Yeah. Before the BC, 200 years. That time Buddhism start to Sri Lanka. They say also King Ashoka's son and daughter, the first person to develop Buddhism at the Sri Lanka. There also real Buddha tree is the Buddha Gaya. Then the King Ashoka's daughter, she took peace take to Sri Lanka. After a while, then Buddhagaya Buddha tree also get fire. Then again the peace come from Sri Lanka. Right now we can see the Buddhagaya behind the Buddhi. How is it? Buddha tree. No, Buddhi, the big stupa behind that. Mahabodhi. Therefore, and then Sri Lanka, there are so many, all the holy places have there, and also the Buddha tree. They come from the real Buddha tree. This is I think that's the oldest tree of the world, more than 2,500 years, 500 years. Like that place, the local people, they're wearing the white cloth, without shoes, walking far away. Weather's very hot, and the white cloth, they're very often, there are thousands of people, like every day. There's a season times, like just billions of people coming there. The Buddha tree area, also there are a lot of holy, like objects like stupas, like that. It's very, very interesting place. Like that, when you go in some Sri Lanka, they are very holy place to go to. Also, like whole mountains, tree, are there? Well, tea tree, is there? Tea bushes, whole holy place. Okay. Like a very interesting place. Go up, down. You have time, go to that vacation. There are a lot of westerns. It's not easy to go there. That place too. Okay. The transportation is not easy there, but it's a holy place. Like that. This is my trip. There's some place in Shiri, what's that? Sigri. Sigriya, this is like just top piece rock, big piece rock. We go to the top there. It's a little dangerous also, a little scared. Usually I didn't scared to go the top mountains, but stairs a little dangerous. Just one piece, very short, very steep. You go down, it's a little scary. On the top there, like just piece rock. There's a 25 million years old, the piece rock. Then on the top there also, there are two different stories. Some say this is the kingdom's palace. Some say this is Buddhist monks also stay there. But I don't know where they get the food, things, just piece rock, big rock. You go how many steps? Yeah, I don't remember that. Anyway, it's a very special place to go there. Like that. Anyway, then it's very good time. Wonderful time. Learn a lot of things, see a lot of things. Also, the Buddhas relax there. Also, I learned this different way. The Buddhas relax in Sri Lanka. Before the Buddhas relax, okay, yeah, we don't really research where they come from, how they come from, who got that. This also, there are a lot of stories. There's, one here, 4 trees. They say one go to the heaven, God rooms, one go to the Nagas place, one went to the Pakistan. One during that time, the disciples found. Then I don't know how they got that one of the kingdom, India. And then he was also fighting with another kingdom. Then he think he's lost. Before he lost, he sent Sri Lanka with his wife. The Indians put the girl's head here. Inside that, then she sent his wife Sri Lanka. Then they said, this is that Buddha tree. No, Buddha relaxed truth. Sri Lanka. Then they have special ceremonies. They put the elephants, about the elephant, they're walking around, all the people offering things. Like very interest story, that place. Like that anyway, we say, holy place, go to that, we get blessing. I hope we got some blessing. And therefore, then what? Anyway, like that. This is a story where we went.
Is there any news you can share from House 2A, or and the people, everyone good? House 2A?
No, yeah, about like house 2 monks also, maybe about 35 monks attend the teaching Kalachaka. Then 3 monks went to Tibet just recently to visit, to see the parents. They're already in the Tibet now. Then some monks left from Sera, but still there, I think maybe about 40 monks. Then like that. Karo, nekas na karo. Temporarily. Temporary. The nekas sama devars na.
Currently.
Yeah. Currently, all the monks, they got some little bit sick and not really serious. Then doing fine. Then they say also before we left, they came to say goodbye. The manager members, they say also thank you for Kurukulla Center. Then we have like some family members. Then they always to keep prayer, like they do every month also Tara Puja, once Puja. They also dedicate for our members, Kurukulla Center, students to successful, to benefit for all their wishes. Then what?
Did you have lunch with Rinpoche, Lama Zopa?
Oh yeah. This is just day medical. Yeah, Kimberly, you have something?
Yes, I wanted to add that the House 2 monks, when they were thanking Geshe, and they specifically mentioned Kurukulla Center, they wanted to convey the message to everyone here that our house is your house, and we're all family. So anyone from here who wants to visit, very welcome. And they send their greetings and best wishes.
Yeah, that's it. Anytime anyone to come their house with PIP. What paperwork? Yes, Sean, yes.
One thing everybody should be aware is that when House 2A was built, they built a room specifically to be comfortable for Westerners to come and visit. They literally created the room to greet us whenever anybody wants to go. So make use of the opportunity.
Yeah, with PIP, okay?
Yeah.
Without PIP. But
One more? How's Annie Geshe?
she's here.
Oh, she's here?
Yeah.
Oh, she came back?
Yeah, she'll come back, yeah. She will join with us to the cake party. Then, yeah, all the monks really, because the problem is there, language problem. Otherwise, they already like to, send the cards, letters to you guys, but the problems, of course, they are very busy, but not easy to send. But they're, everyone very welcome for anyone you can come with PAP. Otherwise, the Indian government will trouble. Sean was just nice hiding the room in the moon god. Anyway, everyone said thank you for your support for all the time. Then they also do the prayers for all of us to any activities. And also they say anything they can do, send message. They try to best, Like they say, we have just different face, but we are same family, some family members. Therefore, they really said deep, deep, deep for Happy New Year and happy wishes to all our activities. Then what? Okay, then, I don't know, do I have to say that? One day also, I don't know. You put this also, like, maybe this is not like that. People think I'm teaching that. I'm not teaching, just talking about my stories. I have good things also. When I went to the Sera Je Monastery, also I lost my bag. I went to the Buddha Gaya. Then I have just getting back. Then I went to the Sera Je Monastery. Then morning about 10 o'clock like that. Then, Casey? Yeah, Kesson. She came there, she said, I told her I lost my bag. And then she called for everybody. She found my bag. Like during that time also, I went to see the Rinpoche, then the planners, I think they have lunch with Chala Rinpoche, Ratu Chala Rinpoche is in New York, and Richikit with Rinpoche. The Rinpoche said, Kushila, you should join with us to lunch. I said, okay, yes. Then he called Raju. When I called Raju, Geshe Walve, Geshela, he will be join with us. I said, yes, Geshe, yes. And oh. Then we said that they will waiting a little while, but they're not yet arrived. Buddha Gaya. There was just Rinpoche and me. We have lunch, I think 3 hours on the top. Then Root Institute. Have you guys been? Root Institute, what is it? Yeah, she knows that place. We have the above the Rinpoche's house. They prepare that. Then just Rinpoche and me. I think we offering maybe half hour, maybe 45 minutes. Rinpoche offering. And then we have talk, lunch. We start lunch 1 o'clock. We finish 3 o'clock. It's very good time. It's just 10 minutes course. We talk so many different things, We have very great time. Then Rinpoche also had very good. Yeah, it's very just amazing. Then they have so many different dishes. I empty all the dishes. Anyway, like that, we have very good time. Then I can share this. One also there. We have the meeting. How is it?
The International Association of Non-Sectarian Tibetan Religious Traditions.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also there. I'm the member. Then I'm the organizer there. We have the big open ceremony in Buddha Gaya. Also, we just ask to His Holiness to just pray, And His Holiness also mentioned for whole, how is it, public? He said, I heard that, the meetings is congratulations for you guys. It's wonderful, like that. We are meeting, the meeting is very successful. I'm the treasurer. It's hard working, Some house two monks say, Geshe, do you really receive the Karachaka session? No, I have to go there. Like Buddha Gaya in my room, like closet. I find like closet. The very small tiny window of that. One monk come see me. You will become crazy. Small tiny room, no window. But I have no time to stay there. Just only sleep. Not necessarily big room. Just like that, we are very busy, very very busy. Then the meetings go very well. We invite for all the different holy Rinpoches, all 6 Tibetan tradition Karo, Shuji Mandava troop. We advise them, His Holiness. Finally also, yeah, we have six, yeah. Yeah, Pon and Jona. Jona is another tradition. Yeah, we have 6 traditions. Yeah, we all meeting together. Then after we have also very short meeting with His Holiness Dalai Lama. Sometimes short people get more chance. I'm the shortest person. That time. It's good also I get chance to near the His Holiness. He knows put his hand to the ear. He said, there's short guy everywhere. Do things continue, Just anyway, he's very also happy for not just me. We have 12 people they organize. And we have so 2 days, interfaith, donation, discussion about 4 and 6 different traditions. Like that, we did very good things, I think like that. We have very good things done. And I think that trip's a very meaningful trip. Like that. Our main thing is our Guru is happy, this is our goal. When we make our Gurus happy, they most shows things doing good, then we get more merit. Therefore, anyway, I also do a lot of that activity, so many things, then also you all also connect with them. Connection. Connection. Therefore, we all get great merit. And then I'm also able to do some like different activities, things, We have the community here, therefore we can do like that. Therefore, if we have the community, makes more benefit for others. Small, big, any kind. Like that. I think now really I'm to stop to talk about the story. Like that. Any special questions you have? Yes.
I'm wondering if you know, Geshe, why Adam's Peak is called Adam's Peak. Is it Adam and Eve? Oh. Christians believe that it's Adam's footprint. Okay.
Yeah, Tibetan called Malaya. Malaya also they have some different experience. Anyway, this is a holy place. There's, mentioned their feet is, Buddhism believe this is Buddha's feet. Some other non-Buddhism believe this is a fourth to human beings' feet. We didn't see the feet. The feet is in the box. The prints in the cape, they don't really show that, but they're holy place. But if you go to, that is very fun. Even you can see the sun start. Like that, okay? This is my story. Do you guys understand? Okay, otherwise you guys, I waste time. Just go this morning. But this is a story, And if we have some good things here, we can share. Bad things we don't necessary to share. Sometimes we share the bad things, then other people feel bad, then make more negative karma. And good things we can share, people rejoice, also they get merit. Right? Then, like we are working, you are working, you guys just rejoice, we get same amount merit. So you guys, great, right? Therefore, some good things we can share is good. Okay? I think my English also the limit there. Today is okay. I think we start. Therefore, I'm very happy to come back and see you again. And you guys also thank you for you guys taking care very well. Things like normal. We need to also things keep like normal. Then look good. up done, then we have some problems, Looks all things like normal. Normal? No, also normal? Normal. Nothing's doing bad. Thank you guys, all of you, always physically, mentally, financially, everything you guys support the center. This is your center. This is your place. It's also this place you make for other people also get benefit. Because we have this one, then people come here, they rejoice, they feel happy. This will make other people, benefit. Otherwise, if we go to one by one try to do something, it doesn't work. Like community makes sure people benefit. Therefore, it's wonderful. Then like that, okay. Then
So I've already talked a lot about all the visits of the holy places. Including what I've ate and what where I lived, who I met with and everything.
Right? I have no secrets.
So we're all here who are interested in Buddhism and Buddha's teachings, who have faith who follow Buddhism and who have faith in Buddha's teachings, and who seek interest in Buddha's teachings. So of course it's our choice to follow what kind of religion that we want to follow. And there are so many different kind of religion in this world, and which are all needed for us.
market supermarket 치 바레스 줄룩 찍으면은 하는 것도 미가가 담가 찍으면 말이지. 그래서 총각 첨부로도 잘라 찍으면 미가가 내가 강한 요거 말어 봤어. 배대 나셔야 돼. 줄룩 마보요한테 미 마보는 내가 강한 요거 그랬어요.
So just like His Holiness mentioned in his teaching, during his teaching in Washington, D.C., that having many religions is like a supermarket where you can find so many varieties of food. So if there's only one kind of food and everybody has to eat that, then it will be tough for all because everybody has different taste. So just like that, if there's only one religion, then it will be tough because there are so many different religions which fits in different kind of mentalities of different kind of people. So therefore, it's really good, to have all these different kind of religions. And so what is the most important thing is to have respect towards all the religions. Of course, there are many controversials, many people who take advantage of the religions. In the name of religion, they use or do things for their own benefit. Of course, there are so many in other religions and in Buddhism as well. So that's kind of none of our business. We should not be paying attention to that. Rather should think of the things that's more beneficial to ourselves. Whichever is more beneficial for ourselves, we just pay attention to that and take that on to ourselves. So the purpose of following Buddhism, should not be just because somebody else is following that. Oh, somebody I know, is following Buddhism, therefore I'm going to follow Buddhism. So when you follow Buddhism, you have to have a valid reason to follow that. So just like Buddha said, examine my teaching by cutting, rubbing, and burning. Just like you examine a gold by rubbing, cutting, and burning. So just like that, you should examine my teaching, and only after you see that it is valid and have a valid reason, then you should follow it.
데데다 간도 참마치 대원도 봐도 누가 먼저 왔다 심지 참만 춤바이 말해서.
And so we're all same in wanting to be happy and not wanting any sufferings.
그봐. 텐데 대화라야 리지 대화다 심지 대화니. 아니 동아라야 리지 동아다 심지 동아니 용거서.
And then that kind of happiness that we want to have and that kind of suffering that we don't want to have also have two types. There's like suffering, there are two types also, the physical suffering and mental suffering. And there's the happiness, same as well, mental happiness and physical happiness.
텐데 다 리지 동아디 아니지 카라사 당당. 가제 또체 사당당. 아니지 남식은 이제 도당. 수수근 제대 제당 같더니 아니지 동아 안에 로고데 레용하다 동아도 파세는 거더니 제도 요래서. 리지 대두세데.
So the physical suffering can be solved by can be encountered by meeting with certain kind of the climates, the weather, food, and stuff like that, and also can be solved by meeting with those kind of things.
다 샘지동아 대두세데 샘 코나가 마토 아니 줄로네 세타와 갈까오레스.
Whereas the mental happiness, or mental suffering, can only be solved, by mind itself. It's very hard or virtually impossible to be solved, from outside.
아니 남백이 다지 기වි신이들이 샘이 나다데 샘소 요래들라 요래들어.
So there are many teachers, Buddhism says that the suffering or the sickness of the mind is created by mind itself.
따땡가도 렌두도 뭐 가도 다치 제고래서.
So that's what is said, but we don't have to, believe on that. We should examine it ourselves.
그봐. 배나 미지게 깨져 세탕라 때는 수수 아다디 티케다 야고 시마서야. 티 컨딩 모두라 삼나. 모두 샘람 폭로도 와서.
So for example, if somebody speaks, some says something, so you're listening to their speech, and then say, oh, the person didn't say in the right way, or said in this way or that way, and that kind of offends you, right? You take it, to your heart, and if you feel like you are offended by that.
아니 딘데기 세단도 수수 도나가 싫어 맞죠. 수수 직가로 땐내가 싫어 맞는다. 나도 샘바 싫어 보고 말했어.
So if you didn't pay attention to that speech, if you didn't take it to heart, then that will not, feel like offending to you.
딘데 왜?
Is that like? Is it right? Is it like that?
딘데 용도에서. 맨날 가서 지금 나도 소소 몇개가 소소 따와리 어려워서. 소소 따와 소소 걔네 소소 지 어려워서 따와서 어려워.
So we all have certain kind of belief or view, right? So we have the expectation of things to be in certain ways.
그봐. 드리다 그때는 소소 따와도 많다 마시 암조 고와의 날이 미긴 동화의 날이 아니 미치기 나가나 아니 간주 셈발라야 내가 갑자기 당대로 제공도 와서.
So whenever we hear or see or something, that doesn't go along with our view, right? If it doesn't get along with our view, then we always feel offended, right? Is it like that?
나도 가디 믿어 따오만 더 되지 용도 와서.
But we always find something, right? Somebody or something that we don't get along, with in terms of our views.
근데 영화때 미파초와디 나 콜더니 최고 내가 찍고도 거는 용거 말해서 봐.
So when you find that kind of different view, in others, and you feel offended by that, that person on the other side doesn't have the intention saying that, oh, I'm going to have different view from that person, I'm going to cause a trouble to that person.
다때 몇바도 가르치 용선나 난주 파게 시당할 때네 파 남지 되는데 파 이메일 단할 때네 대 용도 와서 미파초만 코로나 정도 와서.
And so, when we make somebody, mad or become angry at us, is from the way we speak, or from the way we react, from the way we send messages or emails and so forth, right?
근데 이제 나도 그런 거기 막 나코 콜은 내가 찍고도 왔어. 그 따와도 매워서 그놈 매웠어. 나 소수 쌈수 소수 강한 쳔바데 소수 강한 딱가리 야갈 삼아도 랍고는 파초와데 고 나와 말고 자서 말았어.
So also like that, we don't have the intention to say, okay, I'm going to send this message or write this email in a way so to make that person unhappy. We don't have that intention. But from the way we say it, But just from the way we say it, even though our intentions, I'm going to say it in a nice way, but then it become offending, to the other person.
근데 이제 파주와 미 파주와 코랑기 아니 나도 딱으로 내가 그래야 이제 대 코랑 고알레다라 라레네 코랑세 막고 차서 그러지.
And so it also depends on, so it's not only the fault of the person who wrote it, but also the person who read it, right? So the way how he take it, and how he understood, the message, depending on that also, the person will feel happy or unhappy.
아니 되네지네 파치시 티시 아니 야메 쳇쳇쳇쳇 바오로스.
And so that's where you build up, right? So you talk to that person, person talks back to you, and that's where, and then it kind of becomes bigger and bigger, and the flame becomes bigger and bigger,
right? 아니 되네 나도 소이나 나도지랑 나자세도 팅나도 수지 캔도 말 나라도 이게 라바다 따다이 장자삼네 아니 대장장하지네 파주발 바깥에 자고와 아니 소소지 셈지 오메와지 아니 마데와지 아니 니마카와지 내용도 왔어.
And also because of it's because of our pride or haughtiness, that we feel like, whatever we think, whatever we do, whatever we say, is the right. Yeah? And so therefore we always feel unhappy, when we hear from somebody saying differently, somebody doing something different, we feel unhappy, and then we harbor that thought in our mind throughout the night, and we couldn't fall asleep.
아니 되네 뒤에네 솔로 되기 전에 아니 타시발 되네 맨 이말에 맨 빠라 그러사고 용도 와서.
And so because of that, then we build up our stress, right? Then because of that, we build up our blood pressure, and then we have to take a handful of medicines. So it becomes like that, right?
근데 이제 단 가디나 라고 장보는 무시 가서 배송서 가디나 소수고 샘데 소수고 답고 잡고 그래 송송와서.
So I always say, and like His Holiness always says, that we have to guard or take care of our mind by ourselves. So that's what it says, that oneself is one's own enemy, and oneself can be one's own a protector also. And it's very important to have a broad mind, to be open, and accepting, relaxed like that. So we live in this, society, the society of the world, society of peoples, and of course there are so many people, different people in this society, and they all have different views, different thoughts, different mentality, different behaviors. And so if we, try to find the only people, who get along with our views, our thoughts, and so forth, then it'll be very difficult. So instead, accepting that there's so many different kind of people with different views, different thoughts, so it's okay, to have like that, and whatever they say is according to their views. So I don't have to offend it. So thinking like that, if you have a broad mind or big acceptance like that, then there will be much less problem for ourselves. So if you get offended like that and feel bad and stressed, that's who loses. It's ourselves. So we're the one who is at lost. And so we should be like a rubber bag. So if you can fit so many things, it will expand, right? So you can put so many things. Should not be like a metal box, where it's so limited. You can only fit few things.
But we had the limit was a metal box, right? We don't really fit much. Then we need to like a rubber bag, okay? And also,
so when you are troubled, if you have a troubled thought, then you should not keep it in your mind. If you keep it on your mind, then it becomes worse and worse.
나도 계제 시당 미지도 지 따와 만도 저는 나도 설명대 냐잖아. 아니 두두도 아다 공화 가금도 공화 야보 책임도 공화 갑대 작은도 공화 내가 들람도 좀 아니 소소 곰잡네야. 말말소 아니 소소 세마 맞죠도.
So if we have, if we find somebody, with a different view that we don't like or different thought that we don't like, then we should not keep in our mind. If we keep in our mind, then keeping in mind means like, oh, then we start thinking, oh, this person is doing this way, so he doesn't like me, and he's saying bad things to me, and so forth. And so you build up like that. You're kind of meditating on that thought all the time.
Okay? 그래서 가디나 뭐 거의 안 보. 나도 주바에서 이 말을 하잖아서 뎁대로 아니 저라야 나가는 데서 말아들라 나도 지요 되야지. 그런 사람들은 팬도 말 주제 대마도 그래서.
So you have to be relaxed, feel, be relaxed. Don't be, don't get stressed or don't be offended by how people, think and thought. So even if you are reading a whole Lam-rim book, but if you, get angry, even somebody points, a small fault on your nose, then there's no use, of reading whole Lam-rim book.
Right, just waste time, right? Therefore, very important to always. Doesn't matter. 가디나 데블로 말로도 냠내 주문에 간지 semba koyambochi, semba 흘려지. 아니 미 파조발라 패마도나 내가 마치 something 저는 reading yourself.
And so it doesn't matter whether you do intensive practice or not, whether you read the whole book or not. Most important is to be more relaxed, be more patient, and don't be bothered, by what other people say and so forth. So then you'll be more happy.
Okay? But 세들은 가서 삼아 깨달았어. 다 깨는 아니 가로 다 가서 나도 로시도시 차상 나도 깨는 자리 수수 세는 지금 로탄도 뭐 개맛이나 아니 지 줄로 지 자치고도 지바로 그러서 세는 로다 저는 젠도였어.
And so we are born as a human being with all these abilities, to understand, comprehend, and so forth. But if we don't do something good, for our future, then and just spend time, finding food and clothing and so forth, then we are no different from the birds outside there, because that even the birds or animals can do that.
근데 다 가도 말하고 가는나지 소수 셈바엠바나 이야기 땅도 봐. 미 파조발라나 수수관에 강토지 펜토체도 봐. 아니 지 깨원에 가도 다 남바 사지라도 깨와 심하다 거네. 깨와 심하다 야르 답시지 그래서.
And so, as a human being with all these abilities, what we should be doing in addition, to just, finding the food and place to live and so forth, is that try to do something good for others, because we have that, ability, good for others and good for our own future lives. So, as a Buddhist, we believe in future lives, right? So, what happens in the future to us depends on how we create the cause now.
그리고 대나 샘지 나다데 샘랑 거기 봤어요 저걸 맞아. 저러고 매기 팽 말은 매도 다 아니 딱 답이 다 맞더라고.
So the sickness, or the disease of the mind can be only cured by mind itself, So there's no pills or drugs outside there that can cure the mind, the problem of the mind. So some people they try to take those medicines that doesn't really help.
그리고 아니 드네 바에서 소수고 쌈로 지 대화도 동안 샘기 대도세도 소수고 쌈로 땅 약소식이 전에 아니 대변 원도죠. 동안 원도셔 그래서 그런 거니 나 대화에 나 동안서 요 말해서.
And so the suffering of the mind or the happiness of the mind is all in the thought, right? So just from the way of thinking in this way, it can become happiness. Just from the way of thinking in that way, it can become suffering. So it's not outside there from by itself saying that this is the suffering of the mind or this is happiness of the mind. It all depends on how mind thinks.
아니 대화도 동안 키우게 되는 서로 쌈도 단다지 않으래 있어.
So who brings that happiness, of the mind or the suffering of the mind is the thought itself.
그리고 샴바도 니제 샹주부 셈세 되게 대화 키우고 그래서 되게 대화가 저기 그래서.
So the thought of loving kindness, a thought of compassion, thought of altruism. So those thoughts brings happiness to us.
그리고 안에 랑 진스나 다 진스가 로세도 전소 마서 동화 키우게 될 로들에서.
And then the mind that's like cherishing oneself alone, the self-cherishing attitude. Those are the mind that or thought that brings suffering to us.
그리고 미절이야 수수 삼수 마토 미심을 삼모칭이 마땅하지나 미들 강이 마요 그래서.
So if it's someone who only thinks about himself or herself and doesn't think about others, that person will have more problems.
그래봐 미절이야 수수 삼마도 마토 미심바기 랍자 대와다 미절가지 랍도데 chen 많이지만 미들 강이 마요 그래서.
So if he or she doesn't listen to other people's advice, just do whatever he or she thinks, then that person will have more, more problems.
그래봐 대가나 그런 미치기다 뭐네 지 산제라 오지만 다그 만으로 치도 만으로 제도 말고 왔어.
So if one person is just one person, right? It's versus all other people. So one person, unless he is like a Buddha, who doesn't have any faults, then it's, you can say yes. But otherwise, if another person is just one person, then it will be impossible, to be right, versus all other people, right?
배세나 배나 믹스에 지지소야 내가 뜻이나 소도 쉬운 소도 왔어. 지시우 제거도 왔어. 배나 쪽세시 배나. 배나 나 강발 배나 막 고시 보나 배나. 미카가 tun권 소도 쉬운 소도 왔어.
So like in the West, we do a lot of meetings, right? For everything that we want to do, we do a meeting before that. So if you want to open a door over there, then you all gather together. All the members of Kurukulla Center will gather together and have a discussion whether to have a door there or not.
그래. 태가서 시직을 오다라도 왔어. 태가서 관계를 와. 내가 때는 가나 미가가 삼도 집어 말어 왔어. 지금 삼마다 따라 레면서 그 관계 미리 오러 왔어.
So that's right? Because not only one person can make the decision, right? And because there are so many people involved, and everybody has different views of different thoughts, and so that's why we have to get all the thoughts together and see which one is which one fits the best for that decision.
대리 인바이다 당강도 가디 인바이나 자와 산지 좀 되고 송걸 라자 조 계산 자도 지달래 점거는 보치기야 쇼주 침보다 아니 고는 바바니 냠도 자네야 소주 나와레스 다티가 라자 조 가르는 것이나 가디나야 아니 선박 그냥 보치고 그래서 선박 부수도 맞지 송송으로 봐.
And so His Holiness gave this extensive, extensive teaching on the Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life and on the stages, the middling stage of meditation. The essence of the whole teaching is just this. What he said is, be broad-minded, be relaxed, be broad-minded, be happy, and don't cause any harm to others.
Okay. 대리 인바자 대조 뺑가도 내가로 있는 것도 댐고는 주벌로는 다 망보지 가리까지 거는 디나 망보시고다 가리까지 하고 말. 다 도도로 오시나 다 간지 가도 생각 그냥 보고 그래서.
And so, of course, this is very vast teaching, and it has many different details, information about all these teachings, and of course explains all these different steps and things like that. But the main the message of the teaching is to be relaxed.
근데 다 조kal라고 하는 아니 샴바데 이제 자와 공부를 해서 semjesem발 대고 공부를 해서
and to meditate on loving kindness, compassion towards all sentient beings.
근데 뭐는 이제 마치라 붙질라 때와 나지 semjesem발 때와 주나 말아서 코로 사다가 내용 말해서 봐.
And so if we meditate on that loving kindness and compassion and develop to the extent where we have loving kindness and compassion towards all sentient beings, just like a mother will have towards her only child, then there will be no problems at all.
봐. 배나 아마치라 보주나 보디 가르면 가지는 아마치 개모셔 되되겠어. 그 섬샤 너무 말서 봐.
So if a mother has only child and only one child, and she has so much compassion and love for that child, then whatever the child does, mom will be just happy. She will not complain about the child.
저 뜻도 저도 다니나 아마 망보에 저도 연요절 소소 부 가려면 간나 소소 부들 따체 저 지금 와서 부들 야야 막 부들 게시다 남지 대단 가지는 아마데 미세가 좋아 되어서 내용도 와 간나 아마라야 파 제가 쇼충 거에 와 인자 파주고 가르치는 아마 야와 통고를 들어.
And so there are many of you here who have been mother already, so you have the experience, right? And no matter what your child does, if you like that, any of it, even if child is crying, you find it so cute. So everything is so beautiful about the child. Everything is so beautiful about it. So there's no complaint about it at all. because you have so much love and compassion, towards your child.
그리고 다 텐데지간도 샘제 참아라야 지 소주 세와 검토나 아니 샘제 쓰지간도 코로나가 뭐 도와서 코로나나 조금만 싫어 도와서.
And so yeah, sometimes you get frustrated with the child, but then you don't hold that for a long time. It goes away very quickly, right? And then suddenly again you feel very loving and compassion towards the child. So just like that, if you have towards just like that, if you have compassion and love towards all sentient beings, then it will be very same. Yeah? You always see only good things, and you always love them no matter what they do. And even if you get angry sometime, the anger will go away very quickly because you have so much love and compassion towards them.
Okay? 그런데 가디나 즉 샴바다 이제 상식 섬때도 공고 대고말라 샴바세가 가래야 봐. 상식 섬 가래야 봐. 또 하고 그래서.
And so it is very important to cultivate this loving kindness and compassion towards all sentient beings. And of course, for that, you have to know what is loving kindness and what is compassion, right?
그리고 땅에 샴바 공부에서 즉 다시 섬다는 용어 말도 그 진짜하고는 아주 제도 그러고.
So you have to meditate on loving kindness, and if you just say, "Oh, what are you doing? I'm meditating on loving kindness." You can't say like that, right? You have to know what is loving kindness, and why do you have to meditate on loving kindness? You have to have the reason. It has to be like the common sense, Otherwise, you can't meditate on loving kindness just like that.
Okay, 근데 이다다 쇼중거니 마치 로와이나다 지 샹치고 셈세데 가리지마 되게 팬도 가리요와 가리지는 공고요와 샹치고 셈 기아라 아니 바드 중이겠는데 도도 가리엠바 그러와 대마 바르는 지금 또 빼면서 야고요 그래서
So in this extensive teaching, and on Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life, explains about these methods. What is loving kindness? What is compassion? And how do you generate them? And what are the adverse minds, adverse mind, like the adversary mind, which causes or which hinders, in generating this kind of mind. So how do you overcome those minds, and then how do you generate this positive mind of loving kindness, compassion, so forth? It's all explained very in detail in these teachings.
그러와 간지 샹지고 셈세 도동으로 되나 아라리 예 집안들 로지라 아니 샹지고 셈세 고쪽으로 들어와.
So in short, you can say the altruistic attitude or bodhicitta is a mind that cherishes others more than oneself.
근데 바이나 아니 제나 다음에 다와 깨도 말 소유절 라레 예 집안들 젠스 슈침보여나 아니 라레 예 다와들 별로도 요 슈침보 깨도 말이지.
And so if we have that mind, that cherishes others more than oneself, then we will not have hatred towards others. So the hatred will not come if you cherish them, more than oneself.
Okay? 근데 인자 배낭가로 두전 섬로 땅이 있다. 다무 빼자도 말로. 근데 곰자거든. 섬다고 그래. 누구도 파 배낭가도 지금 자라로 미신으로 맞도네 파트거든. 근데 지금 책에도 누르시는 책에도 파 책에도 주다 그래. 대나지는데 수수 땅다. 아무래도 수 섬로 땅에 파 뜨거워. 곰다로 쬐고 그러더라고.
So, once you have read, the teachings or listen to the teachings and receive this information, then you have to meditate on that and then analyze on that whether it's true or not, whether it makes sense or not, to generate that kind of mind. And if it is really true or not, that after generating that mind, one will be more happy, one will not have hatred towards others, and so forth. So one have to investigate, one have to check. So just like when you take apart that machine, and then when you put together, then you see all these different kind of screws or knots and bolts and all these things you have to put together and see which one fits, and then you have to search here and there, and then you fit the one that really fits well on that.
Okay? Then you try to do meditation. You are at your shani room.
Shrine room. Meditate in your shrine room.
You meditate in shrine room bodhicitta. When your husband or wife or your kid knock the door, you get mad. It's not really good. Okay? 지 땡걸 부자가 되는 시소요. 미치 곰자 되레스. 조카 제데스. 고데스. 조카 정아 곰자 요새. 아니 조 곰자 지 딱 봐서라스. 딱 맞잖아서 공부사래스. 서 때문에 많이 많이 거래스.
So His Holiness used to tell this story of somebody who's meditating on patience, and he claimed himself meditating on patience, but his patience was not that strong. So he said and somebody else comes and asks him, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm meditating on patience." And he said, what are you doing? He's asking again. I meditate on patience. And then he asks again, what are you doing? I'm meditating on patience. If you're meditating on patience, then you eat shit. And he said, you eat shit. back to that person. So then it's not really meditating on patience.
Right? Today mambo yongor, tanga mambo yongor. Today is a manzo soso gom nyamne chiyo kabla ya chik ta devkala ya chik ya go dongo chanana. Don't destroy me. Not luck, okay? Manzo today destroy chi mato iko kores ba. Pacho kari mi kari chi namje dandre teman ti destroy chi mato iko kores. Gom japen deola.
So as a result of marriage, of course, it happens at the beginning, right? That happens. Then again, you go back and say, oh no, that was not right to do that, and then you go back. And so you have to come to the point where you will not be disturbed at all. If somebody says issue, say okay, thank you, and then so if somebody knocks on your door when you are meditating, then don't be bothered, don't be angry.
Okay? Today is a kadina ngelagi. Utu jaya mares. Kale gom dawjana gom. Kama chi kama ni kama chu chonga jap yang jeo jap ma utu jana ani kale ka ani nyob ani ni ma chi ta depth chi chu dola ani shede te ore te mai bai go res.
So when you meditate, you start with short time first. Just start with like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and then increase to 10 minutes, 15 minutes like that. Then you can do more and more, and eventually you will be like whole time like that. So you have to start slowly, but keep on doing it. Don't come to the point where you give up and then bring your books back to the Kurukulla Center.
It's a very nice words. I like to donation their books. They're not very good science, okay? Don't do like that, okay? Therefore, also, 시당 간도 시당 전도도 때는 나가면 시집도 대출로나 지 록록록서 록사 샤샤가 누웠어. 가서 배워야 나주 되는 말이지. 록 양조로 테마 주장하지 수숨지들 로고를 해서.
So this is a different ways, maybe in the West and in the East, like in Tibetan culture. When we read the book, like especially the scripture, it's not a storybook like we're reading the teaching book. So when you're reading about the teachings in the book, then there's something that you can read. You have to read again and again to understand really well. You read it again and then you run again, you understand better. You read it again, same thing, same subject, you understand better. And so every time you read it, your understanding becomes better and better. And you come to the point where you say, yes, now I really know what it is. So like that. But like Western culture is different, right? So you just read once and you say, I have read it already. And it's if you really, as if you really know well about everything there. And so you just stop it like that. So not like that, So that's especially the teaching books, you have to keep on reading again and again.
대 임베 대가도 대레디나 임베 빼놓고 가 저는 세워 세져셔. 나니도 정보를 못인데 분명한 배워 가라야. 전혀 신이보다 센지 양조 로고 소소스. 정말 이제 딱 뭐만 로마만 따네 다. 나들어 온다 차선 지내고서 있는 양조 로고 요서. 생각하는 미싱 다시 지금 라고만 보면 나가도 왔어.
So and even the teachers, when the teachers like His Holiness the Lama, when they teach about the scripture, they already know it, but then they again read it, So they read it again. He has taught so many times, and he has read it so many times, but he still reads, before he teaches. So that shows that there's always some more to understand.
나도 배외에 나베는 났다. 단디 뒤돌아 장구름 체 나신 개밥파시 배외 나시고 요 말도 나도 락초선도 말라. 단다도 제거를.
So we can, when we give the example of His Holiness the Lama, His Holiness the Lama is the highest, of Tibetan Buddhism. You can say, 400% that he's the highest scholar, in Tibetan Buddhism. Now, even if he has to do that, then what needs to say about other people, right?
단단한 사람들도 거디나 출록파지 배우 같은 데야. 배샷 냠도 기가. 배샷 도뭐 킨도 그랬으니 대단하 지르니 되는 별로 잡. 되서 똥 받으신 별로 잡은도 왔을 때. 배 내가 첨부해서 그래서.
So even nowadays, His Holiness, whenever he travels, he brings loads of those scriptures with him, and then whenever he has time, he will just refer back to those scriptures all the time.
근데 뒤에서 대사와진에 로요 말듯이 그만 로사주도 양조로 아니 대 말어 되니 공을 오도시 써는 거죠.
So it's not a new book he's reading the same old book again and again, and then also he's comparing with others, other reference also.
그래서 가서 로조 제단한테 되게 제거서 난 가서 되게 지지도 너무 못 나게 되나 chance Lusula Yang, Depchilla, Mate Malonio, Losais, Kopasha was.
So that's how we should, read the scriptures, our teachings. I'm not saying the way, the Western is doing is wrong, but if you don't understand, then you have to read it again. You read it again.
But another is Temachilo Commodus, one commodda, Carla Hagum, Temachilo, Yangayado, Nilo, Somlo, Shilo, and all and then like it was so much quarter to a ted and none, Tenico called it and I hear what it was.
So for me, it's like that also. So when I read once, I don't understand. I read again and again, maybe 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, or even 5 times. And then I say, oh, so that's what it means. It makes more sense to me. So now I understand better.
What? Tenida, Mandu Kadina, Chanzo, Shunju down. Just a long as so the Masada, Lamrim, Yang, the local as well.
And so these scriptures like the Lam-rim, or the gradual path to enlightenment, and the guide to the Buddhist way of life, those kind of teachings, so you should read again and again and again.
Okay? And the Lochi, and the title of Samata, that didn't come there. That tells Samata, and the narration, they are going to and Tambo, and the Chegomchi. And the tongue on the Chicto Taro, and the Semla, Tangoni, there is any telling Jocomchi, Tanyamajanko.
And so you read it, understand it, you analyze on that. Oh, he's saying this is really true or not. You analyze on that, keep on analyzing, analyze, and then after analyzing, then you have to come to understand that. So that's the point. Oh, that's how it really is. So when you come to that point, and then you meditate on that point. So that's it. Then you do a stabilizing meditation. So before, when you're analyzing, it's called analytical meditation. So when you come to the conclusion, and then you focus your mind or fix your mind on that thought, then that's called the stabilizing meditation.
Martin Yamyo Marcina, Jangurum Sondo, Shambado, Nijedo, Jangchub, some Tombano Gomna, some Pangin doos, Mamusongo was.
So I don't have that experience, but His Holiness always says that if you meditate on loving kindness, compassion, emptiness, and so forth, it benefits your mind.
And to the Yamyo US, Gomja US.
Do any of you have experience of that? So if when we don't think about anything, right? Don't think about all those tensions and all those stress and all those bad thoughts, and just sit there thinking nothing, we feel relaxed, right?
I'm relaxed, wow, peaceful, right? They got the children go down, Nora shaking me, of course, they mind budget. Sam Ranga told them she didn't want to them by own.
So that's because you are not hearing any words, you are not thinking any of those stressful things, right? That's because of that, but not only that, not because of not hearing that, but also from your mind generating that thought, which makes you relax. That's important.
Okay. 당아도 나줄로죠 지금 그거 쪼로 가르잖아. 내가 그거 다도 그거 니샤쇼 그래서 다도 그거 받은 산제 그거 받아 그래. 다때 다른 뭐 나도나 빼 다른 뭐래 샤스. 내가 그거 받이 간지 수수 샘 시대에 왔다 때려서.
So the purpose of practicing Buddhism, you can have 2 goals. So the temporary goal and the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is, of course, to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. The temporary goal, which is very, very far away. The ultimate goal, which is very, very far away from, for someone like me. Of course, I can't speak for others, but for someone like me, it's very, very far away. So the temporary goal is to be more relaxed, more happy.
나도 고에다는 나도 고가 동아지 자소라 내대서 나도 얘는 고 동아지 자소라는데 대변에 라요 말했어 산지 고 동아지 자소 대다 삼삼 야도 삼삼 마도 삼삼 내서 야보는 삼삼 내서 두장 거래 되니까 삼삼 제대 소소까지 소소소 삼아 마트고 제대 내가 직장에 그래서.
And so this samsara, the cycle existence where we are born, die, born again and again. So that place, samsara, is called the ocean of suffering. The ocean of suffering. It's not an ocean of happiness. Buddha didn't say ocean of happiness. It's ocean of suffering. So that's because we have all sorts of sufferings in this cycle existence. So of course, depending on our situation or condition, sometimes we feel maybe a little bit happy. Most of the time we feel suffering, but sometimes we feel a bit. So it's more important, to have this relaxed mind.
Okay, this is always very important. The purpose of study Buddhism is to relax, open mind. Open person. Can we say open person? Maybe not. It's not maybe. It's new English, okay? You have to learn this. New vocabulary. Open person. Maybe not nice. Anyway, my means like open, relaxed person, okay? Oh, don't do that, or don't like that, I don't like that. Okay. We always, I don't like that. This is big, they shows we have some big ego. It makes for us to uncomfortable. Because I don't like that situation. I don't like their idea. I don't want this. I don't like that. Then it's just automatically makes you unhappy, unpeaceful. You say, oh yeah, this is not real what to do that, but whatever they do, I don't mind. Just you peace. Then you take the more responsibility, then you have more problems. Okay? So
if you take those things are very important, like I don't like this, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to have things in this way and that way and so forth. So if you have that strong thought, then that makes you more unhappy.
Like example, I don't pay I'm going to go police. I'm much some talk about was. That means I told you to that because it short was. That short with that then to master tanga pesas. Get some chemalam, the cause them, so do you measure cope? Touch it was. I don't get something that content the answer. That didn't reach the cause of some other than so
So just like the example I gave of opening a door in the wall. So if there were 10 people, right, so who gathered together to discuss, whether to open a door or not, and then let's say 5, 6, or 7 people came up and I says, yes, let's do that, and there's 3 or 4 people that wouldn't agree, but because the majority agrees, so therefore you go with that decision. But then these 4 people who didn't agree, if they feel like, oh, that was so bad, if they keep thinking like that in their mind, it will only make them unhappy, more and more unhappy. More they think about it, more unhappy they will become, right? Instead, if you say, oh, that's okay, now most of the people accept it, so it must be good, because more people like it, so let's do it. Let's be like that. And if you just accept it, be happy, then you have no problem.
Okay, like that, okay? Therefore, purposely we read so many books, we go to so many teachings, we listen to so many books. Purpose is, the main goal is just try to just a relaxed person. Okay? This is very important. Not very easy, just Pagbato nyede na ko chiktu na ko chirang ging bar ko nyedo ngaman te ko dede. Ta shimendo na te tu na pagros, tre mai ba kores.
So you should be like a pig sleeping. So if the pig is sleeping, even if you poke it doesn't bother, right? But if the cat is sleeping, even if you touch slightly, it'll like jump up, So it shouldn't be like that.
Okay, that's very important. Okay, this we can see, right? The pig, you just maybe he is his tail. Like cats like that, right? Not like that. Okay, this is very important. This is just main goal. Otherwise, you just very easy to gachoso, dukchoso, and some no choso, pochoso, not to nachu chigi.
So if you're very easily, if you get easily become happy or easily become unhappy or easily get offended, and then it's not much benefit. So you haven't received much benefit of practicing Buddhism.
Okay. Then that's what Samgi can do. Some of the so you pacho ne develop, get on the nye, and this was Samgi on the Samotan, and then you attend the progress.
And so you have to listen to the teachings and read the books and meditate on them. Meditate on the meaning of these teachings, and that will definitely benefit or improve your mind.
So meditation 2 years, also color. Yes, I mean, meditation,
so some people call the center and ask, do you teach meditation? Do you teach meditation at the center? So of course, this whole thing is about meditation, So whatever you are taught in explanation or in word, verbal teachings that you receive, and you have to, you think about it, and then, so you whatever teachings you have verbally received, then you think about that. That thinking itself is meditation.
Okay, but sometimes people doesn't accept that. They say, okay, now you close eyes, now think about that. Now you think about that. If you talk about that, then now they teach meditation. Otherwise, this is bodhicitta, this is loving kindness, this is the compassion. We talk all the time. They don't accept this as meditation. what we said, you have to do this more investigation or more think about that, then how they walk, how this benefit, think about that. This is meditation. Okay? Like that. Any questions? Yes?
You mentioned doing analytical meditation based on reading and literature, but can you also do analytical meditation based on actual situations? Like, say, if you get a flat tire one day, then 2 days later you get another flat tire, and then later on down the week you got 3 flat tires before the week is over. How can you do analytical meditation to look at that situation to help you get back to calmness and peacefulness if you've got to pay for new tires?
수수 이제는 그 마사야자 다 티케네는 건데고 티케네 수수 그냥 사셔빌래 엔타다 깨는 제발에 코텔파 카셔잖아 수스템이야 됐 그리고 다 잡혀도 지금 그랬어 이제는 다티 수수 가는 인지미지 당한테 뼈싸서 양아차서 대 마사마치 그랬어 어디고 선 마마도 두려 그랬어.
So, I mean, depending on how you think about it, right? So, in Buddhism, we talk about karma. I mean, you might have heard about the karma, the action and its result, right? So, whatever experience we go through is the result of our own action. So, if something bad happens, like flat tire, then that's something unpleasant that we don't want to go through. So that's suffering. So that's unpleasant thing, because we don't want to go through that. And so that is the result of negative karma that we have created. So we think, oh, this is the, if we just by thinking that, instead of blaming others or other things, not thinking about the things properly, but just even like blaming others or not thinking properly, instead that, if you say, oh, this is the result of my karma. If you just think like that, of course, that would not solve all your problem, but that gives kind of support to your mind, to not get so frustrated. And then, of course, most important is like not to get frustrated. You say, oh, why is happening this? Oh, this happened twice and 3 times in a week, so it's so much. Like, if you just think like that, then that builds up your thought. The negative thought builds up more and more, and then it becomes more and more stressful.
Okay? Okay, then thank you. Then we stop here. Tujiche.
Turn to page 39 of the prayer book, please. Okay. Sashi Peki Jushing Meta Sangye Jingdu Mite my two collections, vast as space, that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose mind's wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddhist deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig remain in life till samsara's end. Tong ni ning je zung du zhu pe lam che che sal se gang chen ten drugun chang na pe mo tenzin gyatso la so adibzo zedun lung dru show. Page 49. Tup sung chang jing gong go gelwe tenzin gyom pelwe gun zo do porze chong sung kurele mun tu dru pa da zo do je gun du za ten show. Your form embodies all Buddhas. Your nature is that of Vajradhara. You are the root of three jewels. Homage to you, O Gurus. In short, I seek your blessings, O Protector, to be cared for by you from birth unremittingly throughout all my lives, and thus to become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O Protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me to be foremost among your very first circle of disciples, wherever you manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes, without exception, may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my lives, never be separated from perfect gurus. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma, and by completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Furthermore, in life after life, may I, pleasing him in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished Mahayana spiritual master, the source of every virtue of this world and beyond. In his care, may I acquire in him a firm, unshakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing even for an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life belief in cause and effect, renunciation, the Bodhi mind, and the pure view, may I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. In every life, may every virtuous act gathered by way of body, speech, and mind be causes solely for the welfare of others and for the purest and highest enlightenment. Page 57, the prayers of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. Page 75. If you could say. Me say wei te chen chen raising three make and pay wang po jump young gang chen ke pe su gen Tsongkhapa lo santrape zabla soa dev. Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you very much, Geshe. Thank you, Namshula. It's so wonderful to have Geshe back again. We really missed Geshe, and glad to see Geshe healthy and just back here again. So, quick announcements. We'll just run through some basics announcements, and we have coming up this coming Saturday a big tour from the Vietnamese community. We'll need lots of hands. It'll be it starts at 3:15, but in the morning we need to fill a lot of little bags with sweet rice. We need to prep. The buses are all going to be stopping at the back. People are going to circumambulate, and then they're going to come through the Gompa. So there's a lot of people that we need inside for guidance for these guys, and then also on the outside. So if anyone can come, there is no limit. So there's a sign-up sheet, and please let us know if you can come for specifically the one where we need to know is with a sweet rice filling, so we can make sure we have enough people to do that, and we budget enough time to do that. So that's that, and then after that we have the incredible, then we have Losar that we're going to celebrate, and before Losar we're going to have to do cleaning, because it's a Tibetan tradition. Before the new year you clean everything, top to bottom, your kitchen, like everything. And so we'd like to give wherever needed in the center, like a good scrubbing down, even when it's not needed, just the mental activity, and then of course the Gompa as well. So that will be happening not the 13th, the weekend after that, and then the weekend after that is Losar itself on the Monday. So obviously on that day we'll also have a lot of activities. So be aware of those, and so that, I think that shuts it down for February. And then also there's the period from Losar itself up until Day of Miracles, 2-week period, which is incredibly auspicious to do practices. It's merit multiplying time, and so you'll see a lot of things in the calendar, recitations of different sutras. So please attend as much as you can. And then we have, on Day of Miracles that weekend, we have Venerable His Holiness Rinpoche. We've got his relics, and there's going to be here for the Saturday and Sunday. Again, we need volunteers, but we also definitely, please come and experience those. I actually saw them in Sera Je when I was there a couple of years ago, or a year ago, and it's just incredible. It's highly recommended. It's just the power around that is, well, my experience is wonderful. And then in April, keep your calendars clear on the weekend, the 14th or the 23rd. A weekend in there that Venerable Tseten Children, she's teaching on the Friday and the Saturday. Friday night, just a public talk, and then on the Saturday, a teaching on her new book, Karma, which is a commentary on the Wheel of Sharp Weapons. And so that's coming up, and I think for now that's it. And I memorized it, so that's good. And otherwise, just so happy to see Geshe back. I'll hand to Sean, and then in the meantime.
Thank you. Thank you, Marianne. Geshe, how amazing. Geshe didn't die. Geshe's here. That's wonderful. So happy to have you back, Geshe, to continue teaching us. Thank you so much. So kind. And as well, Damsha didn't die. So Damsha's here to translate. Thank you so much. And Ani Geshe. I didn't die. How wonderful, wonderful. Welcome home as always.
Thank you.
And Kimber didn't die. Kimber survived the trip as well and took wonderful care of our Geshe and our Ani Geshe and all of our teachers and all of our brothers and sisters that are out there. Say thank you so much for everything. And we didn't die either. So we're very fortunate to be here, okay, and have the wonderful opportunity to experience the teachings of the Geshe that helps us so much, give us the access to the teachings. So we're so fortunate. Who are we, fortunate ones? That's who we are. Thank you. So, a couple of things. I remind everybody, okay, what this place is, okay? This is your center. I always say that. I've said this since the first day I became a director, and I keep reminding people. But sometimes I don't explain what I mean by that. And what's very important for you to always keep in mind is that the center isn't this company, like a bank or a supermarket or anything like that, where we can just expect that, oh, we go there and they have services and they serve services and that's what we do, no? And there's staff there to do it. None of that is true. We have no staff, and everything that you see and everything that you experience here, we together make happen. So the question is, what's going on at Kurukulla Center? I don't know. What is going on at Kurukulla Center? What do you want to happen at Kurukulla Center? Okay? We have a lot of things happening, and you're the ones who make it happen. We all together make it happen. So for all that you do, thank you so much, because we wouldn't be experiencing this if it weren't for you. As Marianne also already mentioned, we need lots of volunteers. We have a lot of activities happening this year, big events happening, already planned out. It's already looking like a busy year, and we're just barely 1 month into it. So we need your help, your participation. And one of the things that I've always believed is so very good is for everybody to participate, even in 5 minutes. It doesn't even matter. Whatever we do, everybody puts a little grain of sand, and if we all do that, we have a beach, and we all get to enjoy the beach. So for all your contributions, thank you. And really just whatever you can do, it's so helpful. Whether it's doing something, saying prayers to remove obstacles so we can get it done, contributing financially to support the center, just like if we don't have any staff and just that there aren't people designated to do things. We also don't have endowments and we don't have big caches, stocks of cash somewhere out there. I wish we did. But it's all your generosity. You're the ones who make it happen. You're the ones who enable us to make things happen. So thank you for all you do, however small or large, it doesn't matter. And last reminder is that we do have a system to help us coordinate in the things that we do. Marianne alluded to the Sign Up Genius. We have that online so that people know what's available to do. Through our This Week, we send notifications. And also in the hallway, we have these cards in the hallway. If you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever amount of time, just take a look, see if there's something on those cards that you can do. Just take care of it, and you put the card back, and that takes care of something that somebody else doesn't have to do. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you for being here. Without you, this place doesn't make sense. So thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Geshe. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Marianne. And welcome, Geshe.